Welcome to another episode of The Blitz. I'll be your host once again, Bryan Greer, and tonight I will be going over Game 4 of the NBA Finals. The Warriors came back and defeated the Cleveland Cavaliers 103-82. They looked very impressive in this game, starting out in the first quarter, leading 31-24. Very impressive. Just got their offense going. The first game in the series where they looked like they got really hitting on all cylinders. Incredible game by Andre Iguodala, going for 22 points, raining in threes, taking it to the basket on the fast break. Had an incredible game on the defensive end, limiting LeBron to 20 points and 7 of 22 shooting. He seemed to be just all over the floor on the defensive end. And also give credit to Steve Kerr making a big adjustment for the starting lineup, having Draymond Green starting at center instead of Andrew Bogut. And Green did respond, going with 13 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. Very good game for him, coming off of a very mediocre Game 3. Seemed to just be very engaged, showed a lot of passion, really all the way there, and was just really clogging down the paint on the defensive end, getting a lot of strips, steals, just doing whatever it took to win this game. And one thing that Steve Kerr also did was finally double LeBron James and get the ball out of his hands. And I think that was a big factor to this, is that anytime he tried to drive in the lane, there were two people there waiting for him to kick it out. And that was just not going to be the winning recipe for the Cavs, as J.R. Smith, a.k.a. Mr. YOLO, going only 2 for 12 for 4 points. And also, Matthew Dellavedova, going 3 for 14 for 10 points. That was just not going to be a winning recipe for the Cavs. They just seemed to be very flat tonight, but also gives credit to Steph Curry for seeming to really be engaged on the defensive end and really finally showing some type of passion and want to out there. And also coming through with 22 points in the second half. He seemed to really get it going and finally finding his stroke from the three-point line. Also getting to the basket on a couple of nice layups and dictating the pace. The Cavs just could not keep up. Once they got out on break with Andre Iguodala, that was all she wrote. This game was never really in doubt much. In the fourth quarter, the Cavs just broke out and just started hitting threes, raining threes, and the Cavs could just not keep up. Now, they had a huge game from Timothy Mozgov, 28 points, 10 rebounds. He was a monster. With Bogut not being in the starting lineup, he just took advantage of that and just kept getting in the post and getting also to the free throw line. So you cannot blame him for this game because he was just very active. And also, like I said, with LeBron not being able to shoot well, Mr. YOLO, J.R. Smith, he's got to bring it. He has not had a good game in the series yet, has been pretty awful. And I don't know if that's going to change, but it has to change in order for the Cavs to win this series. He has had open three after open three, and he is just brick. And that just has to stop for the Cavs to have a chance. Also, Iman Shumpert, he has been in this series, just seems to be just all out of sorts on the offensive end. It just seems to not have his confidence in his shot. And that's going to also have to change in order for the Cavs to win this series. Also, Delly, he just seemed to just not have his legs tonight. Started cramping up in the first half, but did get back in the game. But I think he's almost on E. He's given all he has, as everybody is, but he's not used to playing these kind of heavy minutes, and it seems to be catching up with him. And if that is, then Steph Curry is going to have a field day going forward if that's the case. Also, Sean Livingston really getting down the post, taking it to the Cavs. Really exceptional passing, also getting to the basket, using his height against Delly. And the Cavs right now seem to just be very shorthanded point guard position. Also, Barbosa seems to finally found his game. If that's the case, then this is going to be a very quick series as far as the Cavs go, because if Delly can't find his shot and cannot get back in this series as far as defensively and getting them some kind of offense, the Cavs are the Warriors are too deep at point guard position to keep up with. So I think that this game really gives the Warriors a lot of confidence going forward as far as finding their rhythm of offense, because it seemed that in Game 3 in the fourth quarter, they finally found out what works, and they're finally taking their time and getting the ball to Steph Curry and whatever they need to do. Also, David Lee got back in the game in Game 4, seemed to really get it going, and was just very good on the offensive end, getting inside and doing whatever it took. Did miss a couple of a couple of layups, but he was really good in the clutch. And also, got to give a lot of props to Andre Iguodala on the defensive end. Like I said, he has been their best player in this series. He's just really brought it, and he was just raining in threes. Also had 22 points. Incredible game by him. So this was a must-win for the Warriors. If they go down 3-1 to the Cavs, I just don't think there's any way the Cavs blow that and they can win 3 in a row, because I don't think LeBron James would allow the Cavs to do that. I think if they go up 3-1, they're just going to smell blood and possibly finish off the Warriors, especially with them not having a lot of NBA Finals experience. But fortunately for the Warriors, they do tie the series going back to Oakland for Game 5 on Sunday. And I believe that with the Cavs being so shorthanded, this series might have tilted the way for the Warriors. They should, with all their depth and all their offensive prowess, they should be able to really get it going. Also, going to give props to Klay Thompson on the defensive end. Now, he only had 9 points, but he was really making it hard for LeBron to get his shots off. Also, Iman Shumpert and J.R. Smith, he's really just brought it on the defensive end this series and really just been honed in all the way. And going forward for the Cavs, Iman Shumpert, J.R. Smith, they've got to get it going. There's an Amber Alert out for them. Are they going to answer? Because if they don't, I think this series is going to be over quick for the Cavs going forward, because LeBron can only do so much. As great as he's been and the godly numbers he's put up, he can only do so much. So it's going to be interesting in Game 5 to see if the Cavs do respond, if David Blatt does have any adjustments to the starting lineup or anything of that nature. So as always, I want your guys' opinions on this series, on Game 4. See, do you think Game 5 the Cavs do respond? What do you think about LeBron? Do you think that he is just going to come back to scoring 40 a game, or is he too worn down by carrying the Cavs all of this series? So look forward to your guys' thoughts on this series. And as always, comment, like, and subscribe to Unrivaled Multimedia. And I want to leave y'all with this one thing. With Iman Shumpert and J.R. Smith having spectacular, awful playoff series and NBA Finals, one rule: mixtape over everything.